Hey, what's up guys? My name is Urosh, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making Thandaza by Keinemusik. It means pray, I think, in Swahili. Also, the track is really good. I did a bit of the arrangement and I figured out some stuff that I want to share. Obviously it's not perfect, right? But I think we can still learn some things, right? So I picked this beautiful location to make this intro video because I'm back at Slovenia, in my grandparents' house, and it's not like the most pretty house, it's really old. But yeah, hope you will like what I did. There are some things that I want to point out in this remake. First of all, is the arrangement is super effective, but also kind of simple. There are not a lot of sounds, there are not a lot of effect sounds, right, or transition sounds. So yeah, but I think it really works well. So more is less, less is more. Less is more is what I'm trying to say. Not a lot of synths as well. The piano is kind of always repeating, but also has like small little changes, especially in rhythm and in the note length. And you don't actually hear that when you listen to the track, but if you really pay attention to it, you will hear it. Also, the vocals are amazing. Mostly there's just one vocal line, but I think in the most important parts there is like this harmony that plays. So yeah. Hope you will like it again, and let me know in the comments what you think. Also, I wanted to say thanks to everybody that supported my new EP. We're still at top 100. Also, there's this guy, DJ Liva K, I think, who gave me some really nice words and some motivation. And I'm just so thankful for that, guys. I have so much inspiration and motivation right now, it's incredible. So, also getting the hang of this, like people walking by and me just making a video, and some of them really, they really see it as something cool. So, again, sorry for the blah blah blah. Hope you like it, and let me know. I spent about 4 hours on this one, maybe even a bit more. So yeah, hope you like it. I didn't want to overdo it because yeah, I make a lot of music right now. So yeah, hope you're doing well, and let's get into it, right? So the first thing I want to talk about is the arrangement, right? And with the arrangement, we can see kick, bass, piano comes in here, vocals come in here, and basically everything kind of builds up until this part here, which is almost at the 3-minute mark, right? It's a bit before, I guess, 250, where we actually get the bass line rolling in, right? The vocals start to pick it up as well. We get more drums and all that, but before we're basically just kind of building slowly, right? We don't have any effects. As you can see, there's not an effects group anywhere, so that tells you a lot as well. We're not overdoing it with sounds. And the reason we're not overdoing it with sounds is because we have this amazing vocals, right? So that makes sense, right? Because if you have like vocals so good as this one, right, and you have a great piano chords and a rhythm, why would you want to put like 300 sounds into it? You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna mess stuff up, man. So yeah, this is one thing I really like about Keinemusik is like they do it in a way where it's so cool and it sounds so good, and it's not they don't overdo it, you know what I mean? So it's like really cool. Anyways, let's get into it. We have kick, basic stuff. In the beginning we just have like this bass line, right? Which is just like a one note bass line playing a sustained F sharp, which is the root note of the whole song basically, or a scale, right? We also have the toms. We have two toms actually. We have tom 808, which has like a 2-bar loop. There's a 2-bar loop, right? It's, you can get it here, but you can do it like this. That's the rhythm it plays, and it's joined by this tom high, also known as tom kind. And what they do is they basically play off each other, right? So when one is silent, the other is playing, and vice versa, right? That's what makes it like feel like it's like a, you know, nice groovy thingy, right? This one plays just basically like, so that's it. There's some delay on it, some compression, but pretty much kind of basic stuff. Didn't do a lot of EQing here or going crazy or whatever. So that's it for the toms. I think they just repeat throughout. And in the kick, we are repeating most of the time. I think we're using some EQ somewhere. I don't know where, but yeah. Also, we have in the kick we have this thingy here where he kind of goes crazy and just like here. Like that kind of stuff, right? I thought that was really cool. We also have some breaks, right, as you can see. And that's it. Let's go to the synths, guys. We have 3 synths. I think it's Serum, and Diva. This one I created myself for PML a long time ago. This one is from, I think, their melodic techno Serum preset deck. But yeah, let's take a look at the first block. It rises in. I used, I think, gain for that. I'm not sure. Yeah. And it just basically plays one note through the entire process, just like dun, 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 dun. Also, you can see that the loop is kind of weird, right? It's not like just a 2-bar loop or something. It's kind of weird timing. Then we have this plug 2, which plays a bit differently and basically plays this rhythm. I actually added these notes as well later in, but yeah, let's just solo it for the time being and you'll see. I don't know if these top notes are actually playing or if it's just an echo from the plug 1 and I can hear it in the plug 2. I don't know, maybe my ears are messing with me, right? That's the rhythm, right? These two plugs also kind of play off each other, right? In a way. And pretty simple. There's not like whatever like crazy effects on it or whatnot, you know. We also have this pad transition, which is actually just a single note again from Diva. I added some tremolo, some frequency, and some gain to do this kind of sweep in. Right? That's it for the synths, I think. 3 synths, so pretty cool. Let's check the bassline. I made this bassline in Serum. Obviously, it's not entirely the same. There are, I think they use some kind of, maybe a distortion or a filter, something like that, I think. But I'm not entirely sure, I guess. But the main purpose of the whole Serum thingy is to show you like this envelope, which is, I guess, the most important part in this synth, right? Because if you do the envelope like this, it's gonna give you that pluckiness, like that kind of vibe, right? So yeah, that kind of vibe. Also, let's check the bass notes. These are the bass notes: F sharp, G sharp, A, and B. And also this thing, ta-dum, right? That vibe I think is really cool. Ta-dum. Obviously it's not like this, but the rhythm, right? The rhythm is cool, right? So let's listen. Play it from here. Also, I added these top notes on the top, right? Which kind of make it more interesting. And I think they had to use something like that or something, you know? Because if I go away from these, it just sounds kind of weird. It just adds another layer to it. You could do it like just doubling it, but I don't know. I think like if you do it in kind of special places, I think it has a better effect to it. But yeah, I guess that's it for the bassline. Some compression, some saturation, a bit of saturation, and just like side chaining it behind the kick, but that's basically it. And that's it. Let's check the drums. The drums are pretty whack. There's a lot of them. I could not get them right because they have like this really cool shaker loop. But I did use, I think, Skaka and also shimmer. And the thing is about the, where can I see this? Yeah, this one. I want you to see this. So the rhythm is like tuh, and then the second hit is less loud than the next hits, right? So it's like right? That kind of vibe, right? I did the same thing in the, I think is shaker contact. So if we look at the pattern I did, I think the same thing, yeah. So you can see that the first one is a hit, then the second one is basically quieter, and then it's like followed by 3 louder hits, right? And I think that's important. That's how you get like that kind of rhythm to it. So also these are Skaka, these are shaker Keine, these are contact ones, these are flat and also from contact, right? Then I added a perk loop, which plays basically the same kind of thing. So we're layering a lot of stuff, right? Right? Then we got a hat in. It's not a bass hat. I think we got a. Still not the bass hat, but okay. And I think what do we have? We have another hat. Okay. We have another hat which is more open. Also clave, right? Just playing like 2 notes on 1.3, so basically like a hat but faster, right? Also, there's something else which I'm forgetting, which is this noise hat build, which is just a noise, but then it builds into like almost like a sweep, right, or something. So I can do it like this. beats. I also added some fast cat, right? Not the best. Listen to the whole group, I guess. So let's also talk about the composition, right? Which would be the last part, or the piano. So we have 4 chords here, right? 4 chords, and yeah, the whole kind of song basically revolves around this chord. So let's check them out. The first chord is obviously we're in F sharp minor scale, right? So that means let me just grab my pedal. Right, so that kind of vibe, right? The first chord is F sharp minor without an A, guys, without a third. So we're removing the A here because it would make everything way more emo, right? A bit more sadder and shit. Oh damn! I said I'm not gonna do curse words. Anyways, we have an F sharp minor here, right? Without an A. Then we're keeping the C sharp, and we're just moving the bass notes basically. We're also keeping this C sharp here, right? So we're just moving to it like this, right? And the next chord, you think, oh, it might be a G, like a G minor or something, but it's not, right? in F sharp minor scale, the next chord would be a G sharp. What diminished, right? This it wouldn't sound good. So F sharp minor, and this next chord is actually, I think, C sharp minor, like this chord, but we are basically transposing it down, right? And we're removing the E, so we just get these 2 notes, right? And if we just copy them on the bottom, we get this, right? Also, the first chord is actually just these 2 notes doubled, right, upstairs twice, and then doing the same thing with the G sharp, right? Then we're finally moving to an A major, right? We don't have this E here, right, because we do that da-dum, and then we go to a B minor 7 with a kind of weird position, right? So we have 3 notes. We have B, F sharp, and A. So this could be like a B minor 7, which is like this, right? But we're going away from the D like we did. We're not using the thirds anyways, because it's gonna make the voicing sound way more clear, right? But also this A, we can transpose down 1 octave, and we get this sound, right? And we get these 3 notes, right? And yeah, that's the whole progression, basically, those 4 chords. So F sharp minor without a third, then going up to a C sharp inverted, blah blah blah. Sounds like this, right? To an A major without the E. We could just play the E. And doing this twist to a B minor 7 in weird position. Because we could easily add that D there, but we don't, right? Because we want that. We want this sound. And we also have this passing note, which makes sense because we're gonna land back on C, right? So how do we get back on C if we just landed on A? We use D here to make a transition simpler, right? Right? Oh, damn, I almost sing there. So yeah, that's it. We do have subtle changes, right? Which you don't pick on if you're listening on telephone or speakers or whatever, right? I meant Bluetooth speakers or shitty speakers, right? But yeah, you can hear them if you put your mind to it. The first thing I noticed is like we have this roll here, like which we don't have here, right? Here we don't have it. We just have dum dum. Also, this note here at the last part, at the last chord is different. That B is different here, and it's different here. It's different here as well, right? So let's see. Because here it was da-dum. It was super fast note, right? Da-dum. But in this part, it's not. It's way longer. It's like dum dum. Right, so those kind of subtle changes, like I'm saying, and this is one of the things I also really like, you know, it's like, hey, we're gonna make changes that you won't really like hear, but you will kind of feel them, you know what I mean? It's not gonna be boring, because they're gonna be changes, but they're just gonna be small, man, you know? Also in this part here, we do have like a, you know, a different kind of vibe, and we just solo the piano. So before we always had the second chord pushed to the front, right? If you can see this part here, right? We had it like dum, bam, bam, right? And but here we just have like bam and straight on the beat. The next chord, dum. And I think that happens because of the vocals, right? Thandaza, Thandaza. So they hit Thandaza, so they hit together, right? Thandaza, Thandaza. And I think there's also a change here somewhere. Thandaza, Thandaza, Thandaza. But yeah, I guess that's it, guys. I think we went through all the sounds. Drums we did quickly, but it's basically shakers, rides, hats. So yeah, obviously I could spend more time on it, but I think I already spent enough time on it. I've been making a lot of music, guys, so yeah, I'm gonna keep you updated. I'm gonna also post other videos for YouTube, of course. So hope you're doing well, guys. And let me know what you think, and just sending you best wishes. Let's make some music and let's get it, right? I'm not gonna say the curse word, but you know what I mean. So, sayonara, guys, all the best.